Good afternoon, D-Gens. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? What's the market doing? Let's have a look. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody feeling? All right. Let's get into the chat a little bit, see what everybody's talking about. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you once again. WF Capital in the house. Guys, as always, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. And it's the Christmas season, right? So, I mean, why not give the gift that costs you absolutely nothing? Santa would really appreciate it. It's like giving Santa milk and cookies, or Pepsi, right? Dumb Money, what's up, buddy? Only the strong survive. That's absolutely right, brother. It's absolutely right. Crypto David. Perfect data DCA opportunity still available in JASMY. We trust 100%, man. 100%. Jetpack, the future is now. Happy Sunday, everybody. Haas, what's up, buddy? It's been a minute. How you doing, my friend? Merry Christmas. Yes, Christmas is a coming, guys. Christmas is a coming. Aaron, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Stefan, it's all available on the crypto future. 100%, man. 100%. D. Wellwood, afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, had a bit of a migraine there for a while, but I'm alive and kicking. Rob Rocket Christmas season. Let's go, baby. Venom's in the house. Just holding. Hey, sometimes that's all you got to do is just hodl, right? Sometimes that's all you need to do, man. Sometimes, listen, some of the greatest investors in the history of mankind have spent long periods of time doing absolutely nothing, okay? Keep that in mind, guys, okay? All right, so now I want to show you some guys here on the weekly time frame for JASMY, right? You see how we have this falling wedge pattern, okay? And we have our three touches, boom, 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 and then we broke to the upside, right? Massively broke to the upside. In fact, we broke up, not including the wick, we broke up 196%, but if we include the wick, where you could have taken profits, 258%, right? On this structure that we were inside from May, wow, till November, right? So just memorize the structure is what I want to show you guys, okay? See, falling wedge pattern, three touches on top. That's what you want to see, right? The three touches to confirm. Then you get your breakout. Now, let's go over to the daily time frame. What do we have here on the daily time frame for JASMY? Another falling wedge pattern. We have 1, 2. Now, we're looking for this third touch on the top so that we can, you know, we need our third touch, pull back, and then break to the upside, right? Very similar to what happened over here on the weekly time frame. Look what we had. Three touches, break to the upside, okay? So that's what we're watching for on the daily time frame here for JASMY, okay? We're waiting for that third touch and then a little bit of a correction, pullback, and then a break to the upside. That's what I'm watching for here, okay? Not to mention the fact that look at the golden cross. Look how close that golden cross is with the 100-day getting ready to pass over the 200-day. A break to the upside, guys, is imminent. I would not be shocked to see a green week next week. A recovery next week, I think, is in the cards. I have been wrong before. My wife tells me I'm wrong all the time, but yeah, that's kind of what I see happening here. Holding XEN for 5 years. Nice. JASMY Swift XCN. That's a star-studded lineup, my friend. Star-studded lineup. Liquidity, Santa Rob gifting us green portfolios and alpha content. Too bad I got rid of my beard. Oh, geez, I just realized I'm not on the screen. Sorry, guys. I didn't even realize I wasn't on the screen. All right, here I am. Here's my face, right? Hope you like it. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what we're watching for on the daily time frame here for JASMY, guys. The three touches, and then the breakout probably next week is what I'm kind of targeting here, okay? So if we go over to Bitcoin, let's go check out Bitcoin, what's happening over here. All right, on the 4-hour time frame, guys, we're trying, but we keep on creeping lower. Again, this is the 4-hour time frame. We're kind of building out a little bit of a descending channel here, right? Now, these will generally break to the upside. So that's what we're waiting for there. We're starting to form a bit of a bullish structure here for that. If we go up to the daily time frame, over on the daily, guys, listen, we could see further downside for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, however, right? If we don't get a correction soon, you can forget about this $92,000 support level. Probably a pullback. We could go as low as inside this purple box, right? Inside this purple box, we could go between we could go between 85 and 87K. We could fall down that low, guys. Okay. Just so you know. So I'm trying to adjust my little box here. 85 to 87. Yeah. So we could fall inside this purple box here. Okay. I know you guys like when I make purple boxes to the upside, but every once in a while I got to make one to the downside, right? So it's not guaranteed we're going to go there. It's just possible that we can go there. I want you to understand that, right? You have to understand that charting is not, there's no guarantees, right? In charting, all there is probabilities, right? Now it's probable we'll come down and test 92K again here, but doesn't necessarily mean we'll break down here to between 85 and 87K. To me, that's kind of a worst case scenario, hopefully, right? But what we do have to do is break back inside this channel. That is what we need to, that's what we need for a break of this trend, this falling trend that we have going on here right now. But I think it is inevitable. We will come down to 92K. I think that is inevitable for Bitcoin before continuing up. No, put it away. It scares me. Oh, my face. Yeah. JASMY reserves close to 11 billion. Yes, continuing to drop. I love seeing that, man. I love seeing that. Let me just have a look. Let me have a little looky-loo. Yeah, almost 11 billion. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, so Bitcoin, guys, that's what I see. We could see further downside next week. I think we touched 92K. Does it have to stay here? No. Look, we wicked down there already once and wicked all the way back up. I think we'll probably do something similar again before making our way back to the upside. Let's go have a look at the crypto bubbles. XCN and Algorand have a nice little pumpy action going on. JASMY's up 1.5% on the day. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Miria is a great DCA opportunity. Some things pumping, some things dumping, mixed bag across the board. Proppy at $1.11 is a fantastic opportunity if I ever saw one. So yeah, I mean, just a mixed bag, guys, right? Nothing special right home about. It's a typical Sunday. What we want to see here, guys, is we want to see the bulls step in. We have our weekly close this evening. So we want to make sure that the bulls are in full force. Let's see a push to the upside here for Bitcoin, for JASMY, for Onyx Coin, for everything on the weekly time frame. All right, let's get into some of the news. John Deaton. 4 years ago today, the SEC sued Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and Chris Larson, claiming XRP was a security. I didn't think much about the lawsuit, except I thought it was unusual to sue the individual executives in a non-fraud case. On Christmas Eve, I read the complaint and realized it was the most grossly overboard SEC complaint I'd read. Some people will think I'm exaggerating or being hyperbolic, but I'm not. The SEC alleged every single XRP holder in the world was in a common enterprise with Ripple, and all of them were relying on the efforts of Ripple. This included people who had never heard of Ripple or Brad Garlinghouse. The complaint was sweepingly overbroad. It concluded XRP holders who used the XRP ledger to make cross-border payments to family members was also overbroad. It included businesses that integrated XRP and the XRP ledger into its business operations. For example, Spend the Bits uses the XRP ledger to allow people to spend their Bitcoin in 3 to 5 seconds for a fraction of a penny. Other examples, TapJets, Uber, Uber of the Air, accept XRP as payment. These businesses were hurt by the SEC's grossly overbroad allegations. The SEC's complaint was so overbroad, it reached into foreign countries attempting to usurp their sovereignty as a nation if they decided to treat XRP as anything but a security. Japan and the UAE, Singapore, Switzerland, and the UK all declared XRP a non-security token. The SEC complaint was so outrageous, it had a paragraph for that. 10 days after the filing of the complaint, I filed a writ of mandamus against the SEC, which would ultimately lead to a motion to intervene in the Ripple case. The rest is now part of crypto history. John Deaton doing the big heavy lifting for the crypto community. Crypto Trucker with the super chat. Rob, do you anything about OTC desks, or that's something then for experienced investors? As I always appreciate what you do. Do I know anything about the OCD desk? I do. I know a lot about the OTC desks. Yes, I've broken down the OTC desks a lot. Essentially, to sum it up, the OTC desks are where companies like BlackRock and MicroStrategy, for example, big whales, right? Big money can purchase Bitcoin and other things at discounted prices, essentially, right? So they're buying it from like miners via the OTC desk. So miners, because they want to buy Bitcoin, but they want to buy it in a way that doesn't affect the price pumping, right? So instead of buying it on an exchange like you or I would, they'll purchase it OTC, which is below spot value. So if Bitcoin's price right now is $95,000, they'll buy it on OTC for like $85,000. And that way it doesn't affect the spot price of Bitcoin. So they can continue to accumulate at these prices without affecting the price in a way that it goes up, which makes it more expensive for them to purchase it, right? But the OTC desks only have a limited supply. And then once they dry up, which is funny that you asked, because I actually had a little bit of a piece I wanted to talk about with it. But once the OTC desks dry up, then they have to start purchasing Bitcoin the same way you and I do, spot via exchanges like Coinbase, right? And that will start to affect the price of Bitcoin. So hopefully that kind of sums up. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, as you always do, my brother. It means a lot. It definitely means a lot. Hopefully I answered your question to your needs. Hopefully I nailed it there for you. So yeah, let me know if I got it, if I answered your question. MicroStrategy added Brian Brooks to the board of directors. That is huge. Yes, I agree. He was one of my favorite picks for potential SEC chair, actually. So metal detecting, what's up, man? Yo, hello everyone. Looking forward to Altseason to continue next week. I think will be green week for I agree. I think next week will be green. XCN, absolutely. XCN to the moon soon, hopefully. I think 5 cents is on the table. I agree. 5 cents is definitely on the table. Absolutely. River, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, what else do we have out there? Let's check in on Rect Capital. Bitcoin is threatening to lose each of these support levels. These supports need to hold if Bitcoin is to avoid a transition into a correction. Weekly close below would be bearish. Bitcoin is mere hours away from confirming the price discovery correction. Yes. So, can Bitcoin close above 96.9 to 97.8? So, guys, if you have dry powder, you may want to have it ready, because if Bitcoin does not close above about 96.9-ish, we're probably going to see a dump to the downside tonight, because tonight we have our weekly close. So on our week, if we close below there, we're probably moving down further, guys. We're probably, like I showed you guys on the Bitcoin chart here, like 10 minutes ago, right? We're probably coming down to this level here, 92,000, potentially down into between 85 and 87K, where we need to build some strength to start working our way back up, right? That could be very likely in the cards, guys, if we do not close above about 96.9. So keep an eye on that, guys. If you have dry powder, tonight might be a good opportunity to DCA, because if Bitcoin does make that move and drop down to one of these two levels, obviously altcoins are going to dump alongside it. So I will definitely be backing the truck up for sure. So yep, well said. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Some Donnie in Twitter was saying JASMY will go to 0 and I bought 2K more. That's what you got to do, man. I love when people that don't do research start throwing out ridiculous price predictions. Can you say hi to my girlfriend Claire? I got her into crypto too, and she's nice. She's made nice gains. Claire, congratulations on your nice gains. Welcome to the community. Make sure you're treating metal detector like pure gold. If he got you into crypto, absolutely. Congratulations on your gains, Claire. Wonderful to meet you. Wonderful to meet you. Right. What else do we have? So yeah, watch for that close, guys. Let's get into an article, shall we? Let's get into an article. Altseason has historically arrived after Christmas. Signs point to a similar altseason arrival this cycle. The present state of the crypto market has led many seasoned and reputed analysts to rally the greater crypto community. In the last 5 days, BTC has set a new all-time high of $108,000, only to fall to $92,000 and then recover to between $96,000 and $98,000, where the crypto price has been hovering over the last 24 hours. Presently, analysts are either encouraging traders to now give into the FUD and panic sell, but rather hold on to their assets or accumulate if they have the means, or are spending their time to accumulate potential assets themselves, or to study the current market signals to determine what the Pioneer crypto assets' next move will be. According to many analysts, there may be further dips before BTC moves into the 2 or 3 months of only green pumps. As we can see from the post above, the dip has extended the bull run by another month or two, which may end up being a good thing, as Bitcoin seemed to have been moving very fast. Ultimately, the analyst says that a retest now is ideal, as it will lead to price peaks in Q1 of 2025. The same sentiment extends to altcoins as well. As we can see from the post above, Altseason has historically only begun after Christmas. Based on the current charts, it is likely that the same pattern will repeat this cycle. So far, altcoins like Sui and Ondo have already hit new all-time highs, while analysts say Altseason has had an early start this year. It seems the most bullish phase of Altseason is yet to commence, in support of potential altcoins like Injective, Sui, SHIB, XRP, and JASMY, are all showing highly bullish signals hinting at a new all-time high. So as you can see, Christmas rally. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right. So, and I did a breakdown last night on the live stream about how we've seen altcoin season generally start. I used Ethereum and Cardano charts as examples of how altcoin season generally starts in January and runs between January and about the middle of May. So another super chat. Way of the Taco. What's up, man? Out of the 3 coins you mentioned for the swing trade, if I only had the moolah for one, which one would I go for? Good question. Medusa. I would say if you're just going for a swing, probably Medusa, right? That one is getting ready to launch. You could see a nice spike, and then I would get out of it as quick as possible once you make your gains. That's what I would go with. All right. What else do we have? So altcoin season next month, guys. Here we go. Richard Hart, founder of Hex. Interpol has issued a red notice for Hex founder Richard Schuler, or also known as Richard Hart, for allegedly committing tax fraud and assault. So here's the thing, guys. I have nothing against Richard Hart or Hex, Pulse Chain, his whole thing, right? I don't like or dislike the project at all. I don't hold any one way or another. But if one is looking at this situation as a completely neutral party, if the founder of your project has a red notice out for his arrest, it might be time to consider the fact that it's a bad investment and to move on, right? What other warning sign do you need? If this isn't enough for you, I understand there's a huge Hex community out there, and I'm not trying to be the bad guy for your community. I do not dislike your project. All I'm saying is, again, if the founder of your project has a red notice out for his arrest and you still think it's a good investment, I don't know what would convince you that it's not a good investment, right? It might, but hey, listen, I could be completely wrong. It might be a good investment. This would be a red flag for me is all I'm saying, right? That's all I'm saying. No hate, no shade on Hex. What do we got? When all the JASMY reserves are bought and locked up, how long could we see movement, and how high could the price bull run? Could the price go? I mean, if there's no supply, there's no telling where the price could go, right? If it depends on the demand, right? If they continue to add utility to the token and the demand continues to climb, then the price truly could skyrocket, right? Louis, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. When Pump, when Lambo. Crypto Kool-Aid, what's up, buddy? Yo, Wicked Cup of Cocoa. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What's up, Mr. Rob? Nick's in the house and JASMY fam. You think XLM is still a good buy? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think XLM is a fantastic project. I do think so. I hold a small bag that's barely worth mentioning of XCN or XLM. Sorry, I do think Stellar's a great project, though. Yes, alleged, but all this shopping and flaunting online, claiming to have the world's largest diamond while posing corrupt players isn't a good. Yes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? Hello, neighbor. What's up, Moj? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Liquidity, if you guys are truly aren't sure, honestly, at this point, not embarrassing to have your hand held through a bull run like Rob mentions. Yes, exactly, right? There is no ego in making money. There's no shame in it. We will help you. We will help you. Micro Dips, happy early Christmas, Jasmy fam. Let's have a good alt season. Yes, you know it would be perfect if we had a green week next week. Just everything pumping nicely, right? Doesn't have to go completely parabolic, but a nice green week to go with Christmas. That would be nice. Put your feet up, drink some eggnog. Be a fantastic time, right? Hi from Croatia. Nice. Zoran, what is going on, my friend? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much for being here. I kind of hope BTC goes down. I want to get my Swift to 1 million. I'm halfway there. Nice. Hey, yeah, absolutely, man. Take advantage of it if you can, right? Take full advantage of it. Bruno, what's up, buddy? Have you heard of a meme coin called Ponky? Yes, I have. It's got a fair sized community, I suppose. Yeah. I looked at it before for somebody. It seemed okay. Nick, I have almost 40K shares of XLM and didn't even go that high. I'm on my way over 10K, so probably going to add some more. Yeah, hey, it's a good. I think XLM, you'll probably be sitting somewhere around $1, give or take, for XLM. I think. Jasmy monitoring zone when? I'm thinking crystal ball. I'm thinking the first week of next month is what I'm hoping for. If it does not get removed from the monitoring zone the first week of January, then it will be the first week of April will be the next time they assess it. So, what is PiCoin? I don't know. I haven't done much research into PiCoin, to be honest with you. I don't know what they do. Crypto Renaissance, what's up, man? What do you think about Electronium ETM? I've never heard of it. ETN. I've never heard of it, my friend. I've absolutely never heard of it. But as always, guys, I do have a tab at the top where you guys can do your altcoin requests. And I will do deeper dives into it, into your projects if you have altcoin requests you want me to look at. But to be honest, right now, I have not heard of it. Same with PiCoin, but I can look into them for you guys if you participate in the altcoin requests. So Richard Hart, breaking the law. All right, what else do we have? President-elect Pump nominates pro-Bitcoin Stefan Mirian to lead his Council of Economic Advisors. Another pro-crypto party candidate added to Trump's army, pro-crypto army. What else do we got? Just in for the 7th week in a row, Michael Saylor posts Saylor's Bitcoin tracker, and he purchases Bitcoin every week after he posts this. He posts it on Sundays and then he buys. So you'll probably see a large purchase of Bitcoin by Michael Saylor tomorrow, probably. You're the best. God bless you all. Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much, brother. Quantum resistance ledger. Don't want to look at. Just thought about all the quantum stuff going on the security of crypto. Yeah. We're going to be doing a lot of investing and deep diving into the quantum computing in the bear market. We're over on the Patreon. We're going to be doing a lot of deep diving into that because I do think there's a lot of money to be made there, guys. I really do, for investors. So we're going to deep dive into that when the time is right. All right, what else do we have here? New York Fed President John Williams, the economy is in a very good place.
Pleased to be here at the New York Fed, continuing a long-running tradition of the interview that we do. John Williams, the New York Fed president, sits down with CNBC after the December meeting. And it isn't often, but sometimes I guess this happens, that the inflation number comes out right when we're sitting down. So, John, it came in a tenth lower than expectations. Your reaction to it?
Well, first of all, Steve, welcome back to the New York Fed.
Great to be here.
We're celebrating our centennial here at our headquarters, 33 Liberty Street. Beautiful building here. So, in terms of the data, I think what we're seeing is, encouraging news. It's been a bit of a bumpy kind of journey of seeing the disinflation process, especially over the past 12 months. But we've seen really sizable movement down in inflation in the last couple of years. We're still not to our 2% goal. We're going to make sure we get there, but definitely seeing further progress towards that goal.
Yeah, I should probably say that I misspoke when I was telling you the number. I said, what's the target for the committee at the end of the year? And you said 2%. I meant what the actual forecast was. So, but you're coming in more or less on relative to what the forecast was. It's pretty close, right?
Yeah, so I think that the recent data are consistent with what we've been seeing, and what we saw in the economic projections that were just published this week. So yeah, again, this inflation process is continuing, and a little bit of good news on inflation this last month.
John, set us up for 2025 with your outlook for growth and unemployment and inflation.
So the economy is in a very good place. We had really solid growth. It looks like the GDP growth this year is about 2.5%. Unemployment rate around 4.2%, and we talked about inflation coming down closer to, but not there yet at 2%. So for next year, I expect growth to slow somewhat to around 2% GDP growth. Expect the unemployment rate to kind of stay about where it is, around 4.25%. And I think the disinflationary process hopefully will continue. There is a lot of uncertainty now for a number of reasons, including the uncertainty around some of the policies that may happen next year. But right now, I think we're in a really good place. I think the economy is a good place, and most importantly for me, monetary policy is well positioned. I think we've got monetary policy in a somewhat restrictive stance to make sure we get inflation all the way to 2%. That's our goal, but also in a way that balances the risks to our goals of maximum employment and price stability. So that's how I see it. But of course, there's a lot of uncertainty. We're going to have to be data dependent as we adjust policy going forward.
John, there's a bit of head scratching going on among people who watch the Fed closely on Wall Street. You raised your inflation forecast, the committee did, but also cut interest rates. How do you square that?
Well, again, we have seen very good progress in terms of inflation already. The inflation data overall since our September projection has been a touch higher than we saw. The economy has been a touch stronger than we expected, especially the GDP growth this year has been very good. So I think it's really a matter of the data have been good. We're trying to focus on maximum employment or price stability goals, keep the balance of those risks well balanced, and then get monetary policy in a good position. This is the recalibration of policy from very tight policy or restrictive policy towards a less restrictive policy, given where we are in the progress we've made on inflation. So it's really about getting policy well positioned for whatever may come next.
Did you raise your inflation forecast for next year?
Well, my view is that there's a lot of uncertainty around inflation. Again, I think that some of the inflation data relative to September has been a little higher. So there's some reason to raise your inflation forecast. I think some of the risks to inflation are also, higher because we just don't know what's going to happen next year. That said, I do feel that, we're on the right trajectory. There's just a lot of uncertainty about what's going to happen next year.
One of the questions that the chairman fielded at the press conference was the extent to which members of the committee folded in their outlook for fiscal policy changes next year. Where do you stand on that?
Well, first of all, I completely agree with the chair's remarks that there's just a lot of uncertainty. Sure. We don't know. A lot of analysis is going on, a lot of studying scenarios and possible policy actions that may or may not take place. So I would start with, we don't know. We're going to have to learn what policy actions Congress or the administration will choose to do, and then obviously study those, analyze those, and fold those in. Right now, I think some things, we already seen some slowing already in immigration into the U.S. and labor force growth. I expect that to continue. And we'll see about other things such as fiscal policy or trade policy. Right now, I feel like we just don't know the answer. I think directionally, you might expect there to be some forms of tariffs or something.
Right.
But it really matters exactly what happens and what those policy actions are, and then we can really.
But have
take
you
that into account.
begun the process of folding in some of that expectation into your forecast?
So in my own personal forecast, I have incorporated some thinking about where fiscal policy may be, immigration and other policies, because those are important drivers to thinking about the economic outlook. But I would just emphasize just a lot of uncertainty about what those effects will be.
Well, guys, it's fine to say when you have money and you're on TV that the economy is fine. Go ask a single mother out there if the economy is fine and stuff like that, right? Metal detecting. Thanks for saying hi to Claire. It's a shame we lost Wes as an ambassador. Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, he's just busy, right? He's very busy. Will we still get an XCN stream later? You'll get a normal stream later. Wes won't be here today. He's on the road with his family, but he will be on from time to time still, and we will be talking XCN still. So, and I will still be doing all the coverage of XCN. So yes, we will still get into XCN. Don't worry about that. It's one of my biggest holdings, man. Crypto Renaissance. XCN is more legendary than people think. It will help banks and financial institutions transition to crypto seamlessly. 100%, man. 100%. Altcoin requests, Tron, Picoin, Aptos, Sui. Yes, there's a little tab at the top of the chat, my friend, that says goals. That's where you can put your altcoin requests, and I will get to them immediately. Plain Dave, happy Sunday. It's been a minute, man. How you doing, buddy? I feel like I haven't seen you in months. Lots of work lately. Yes. More powder. Absolutely. If the U-shaped pattern for JASMY coin continues, then JASMY coin will easily go above 60 cents. Yeah, I could see 60 cents. I could see 60 cents. I can pick up what you're putting down. Absolutely. Cointelegraph says BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF bought a total of 13,699 Bitcoin this week, while only 3,150 were minted. So supply and demand, guys. Supply and demand. All right, what else do we have? Lily's in the house. Yo, greetings, chat and Rob. How you doing, Lily? Good to see you. Sui recently delisted from Binance. What? Did they? Are you sure about that? Sui was delisted from Binance? I gotta look. I gotta see. That doesn't sound real. I gotta look at Binance. I'm not seeing any posts from Binance about any kind of delisting of Sui. Sui's, you say it's supposed to be delisted soon? Delisted from Binance? I gotta see. I think you made a typo. Oh no, they're on Binance. Yeah, they are on Binance. I thought they weren't listed. Soon to be delisted from Binance. Wonder why that would happen. Can you send me a link for that over on the Patreon, brother? I'd love to read more about it if you have some sort of a source, because that's a shocker if Sui's going to get delisted from Binance. Rodney, good afternoon, my friend. Was said to be soon. Okay, interesting. Bitcoin price is still undervalued, MVRV indicator shows. Bitcoin price has had a strong performance this year as it jumped by 120%, beating popular assets like the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500. Bitcoin has retreated to $97,000 from its all-time high of $108,427 after the Federal Reserve pointed to just 2 interest rate cuts in 2025. The recent Bitcoin pullback affected investors as evidenced by spot ETF flows. According to Soso Value, these funds had net outflows of $276 million on Friday, a day after they shed $680 million in assets. That was a sign that some investors believed that Bitcoin may have topped. Still, the market value to realized value indicator hints that Bitcoin's price is still cheap even after moving to recent record highs last week. According to CoinGlass, the MVRV Z-score has dropped to 2.84 from last week's 3.3. Historically, the MVRV Z-score figure below 3.7 is a sign that the asset is undervalued. The MVRV Z-score is an important indicator that looks at the market value and the relative value of the coin. It is calculated by subtracting the realized market cap from the circulating market value and then dividing the figure by the standard deviation. Yes. Bitcoin had an MVRV score of 3.03 in the last big correction in March this year, and 7 in the previous major correction in January of 2021. Therefore, this score has a sign that the coin could recover strongly in the next few weeks. As we wrote in a recent BTC forecast, the cup and handle pattern points to a rally to $122,000 in this bullish cycle. The coin also had some strong fundamentals as shown below. The number of Bitcoin in circulation has dropped to a multi-year low of 2.24 million. There were over 2.72 million coins in exchanges in September of this year. That indicates that more investors are buying and storing Bitcoin in self-custody wallets. Some of these investors have are those accumulating ETFs, which have now over $109 billion in assets. Companies like Marathon Digital and MicroStrategy have also continued to accumulate Bitcoin this year. The other potential catalyst for Bitcoin is the stablecoin market cap has jumped to almost $210 billion, up from $122 billion the year earlier. A rise in stablecoin value is usually a positive indication, underscoring how more investors are showing interest in cryptocurrencies. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's annual inflation rate has continued falling, moving to 1.12% from the 2015 high of almost 12%. This inflation rate has fallen because of the halving events and the rising mining difficulty rate. Therefore, while more Bitcoin pullback is possible, there are signs that a favorable MVRV score and strong fundamentals will help push higher in the longer term. Yeah, guys, it doesn't look good right now. We're going to have a bad weekly close. So like I said at the beginning of the stream, we're likely coming down to 92K. And if 92K doesn't hold, we're coming down into this golden pocket that I have down here between 85 and 87K. So that is very likely in the cards tonight. So if you have dry powder on the side, I'm giving you a heads up ahead of time that this is likely going to happen, okay? So be ready. You may have a great opportunity to dollar cost average. Venom, what exchange can you buy Gemmy? I have no idea. I don't. I think it's only on Radium because it's a Solana. It's on Solana, so it's probably on Radium. Posted it in the Patreon. Perfect. Thank you, Jetpack. I'll check it out over there when I'm done here. Crypto Otaku, what's up, brother? I love this dip. We have been having Rob got the last of my bags packed, ready for 2025. I think I'm going to do some. Here's the thing. I think we're pulling down here tonight, at least to 92K, but possibly down to this level here. If we do, I'm definitely going to start packing my bags some more. Jimmy is a scam. I agree. If Jasmy breaks $1, I will get the logo tattooed on my ass. Pics or it didn't happen. Right? Kakashi, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, I would keep an eye out for that today, guys. Just a little bit of a heads up for potential buying opportunity tonight. I'm giving you a heads up ahead of time so you don't have to be emotional about it or anything, right? All right, so what do we got? Michael Vanderpop. The rainbow chart is such a good visualizer of what's to come. The price of Bitcoin shouldn't be a new all-time high, as the previous cycle should have gone way higher. As I expect this cycle to take longer, the valuation is still relatively low compared to what's to come. So yes, we are still in accumulation zone, guys, for Bitcoin here on the rainbow chart. So I agree with Michael 100% on that. Here's a little bit more perspective for you guys. Less than 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. You are part of 7% that are invested in crypto, the entire planet. And listen, think about this for a second, okay? Because in the mid 90s, it was pretty close to the same amount of people invested in the internet, right? Same amount of users, like 7%. Now, every single person has internet in their home, on their phone, everywhere they go, they have internet. It's going to be the same thing for blockchain technology, guys. You are in it now. 15 years from now, 20 years from now, everyone's going to be using blockchain technology and not even know it. It's going to be as seamless and oblivious as using the internet. When you use the internet, do you sit down or do you open your phone up and you go, hey, I'm going to use the internet? No, it doesn't cross your mind. You just open your phone and you use it. You're using the internet and you're not even thinking about it. Blockchain technology is going to be the exact same way. You're going to be using it. You're not even going to be thinking about it, right? And you're in early. You are part of only 7% of the world's population that is currently invested. That is how early you are, okay? Do you think JASMY will be, January will be low prices? No, I think January we will see altcoin season kick off. I would say have a look at the live stream I did last night. I used Ethereum and Cardano's charts as examples as to what happened in the last bull run and when altcoin season started to kick off. So definitely check that out. How low will JASMY today? Could go pretty low if Bitcoin drops the way I think it's going to tonight on the weekly close. Maybe 2 cents 5-ish we could see for JASMY tonight if the market dumps on the weekly close the way I think it will. Something like that. So yeah, less than 7%, 400 to 500 million people. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, that is a tiny amount of people. Tiny amount of people. Elon Musk trolling as usual. Look at this. Shared this picture of the Department of Government Inefficiency. I wonder if that pumped the price of the meme coin. Yeah, it did. It's up 24% because of Elon. Oh, Elon Musk. What a guy. Pumping meme coins. Don't chase a green candle, guys. Do not chase a green candle, okay? El Salvador bought another 11 Bitcoin, making its a total of 24 Bitcoin since the 3.3 billion IMF loan was. This is awesome, guys. So the IMF says to them, stop buying Bitcoin. They say, okay. Then they gave them a $3.3 billion loan, and they bought Bitcoin with it. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. That's a priceless move right there. All right, what do we have? Check out the exchange reserves for JASMY, down 12.95 billion on exchanges, guys. Very bullish. Supply and demand gonna kick in. All right. Dumping due to the last minute shoppers. Yes. Doge pumps when Elon pumps. Yes, exactly. Aaron, what was the real Doge Elon was showing? Was that the real? No, it wasn't. No, it was not. It was the department of whatever, the new department that Elon created. Someone made a meme coin about it. Elon shared it, and it pumped the price. So Matt Hogan predicts rising institutional interest in altcoins. Matt Hogan, the CIO of Bitwise, has stated that institutional interest in altcoins will increase next year. He emphasizes that the rise will largely depend on the clarification of regulatory uncertainties and the emergence of more exchange-traded funds in altcoins. In a recent interview with Bloomberg, Hogan mentioned that institutional capital is beginning to flow into cryptocurrencies beyond Bitcoin. He anticipates a growing number of institutions looking to invest in other cryptocurrencies, such as Ethereum and Solana. Hogan predicts that in 2025 will be a year where institutions start to diversify their crypto investment strategies. He notes that this approach will be similar to those that applied for other asset classes like stocks or bonds. Despite concerns about Ethereum's ETF, many have pointed out that these ETFs have seen billions of dollars flowing in over the past month. Even with low initial entries, this growing interest from institutional investors in the crypto market could lead to broader acceptance of crypto assets. The increasing interest in crypto diversification could provide investors with opportunities to create more balanced and risk-distributed portfolios, contributing to a more stable growth trajectory for the crypto market. The rising institutional interest in crypto assets may aid in the maturation of the market and the clarification of regulatory frameworks. This process could create a safer and more predictable environment for investors. Institutions coming for those altcoins. JASMY at 33 cents 3, while BTC tapped 96. So now let's track their correlation from here. JASMY has been known to run up. I think we're seeing a dump tonight, man. I think we're seeing a dump tonight. 2.5 cents. JASMY sounds good until you convert it to Canadian. Yeah, no kidding, eh? No kidding. All right. So, yeah, guys, like, listen, I'm serious. So pay, like, I hope you guys are listening. If we have a weekly close below 96.9, which it looks like we're going to at this point. I mean, listen, we have a few hours still before the weekly close, but you're going to see this dump 92, possibly down into 85 to 87. So I'm giving you a heads up ahead of time so that you're not freaking out. You know this is coming, right? So it's perfectly fine. It's not a bad thing. It's perfectly fine to come down here to build some strength before coming back up. Okay. So I'm going to use that opportunity to buy some crypto tonight. So I'm going to buy some altcoins. I might even buy a little bit more Bitcoin. I don't know. We'll see. Right. But as always, guys, be ready. Have your dry powder on the side and to take advantage of the situation. Right. That's what these situations are for. To take advantage of them, right? All right, guys. So listen, I got to get out of here. That's the live stream. Schedule your get over to the Patreon, guys. Schedule your one-on-one coaching sessions with me over there. If you need help, if you're panicked, if you're emotional, if you do not have an exit strategy or a profit-taking plan, get over to the Patreon, guys. Get the help that you need. There is no shame in having your hand held by a community of people. We have a few hundred people over there now. Our community has grown exponentially over on the Patreon. The live chat is open 24/7. Everyone's there to help. We have everyone from beginners to veterans. You can join our group video calls that we do every single night. You can book one-on-one coaching sessions with me. We have passive income opportunities. I just dropped a node operations opportunity over there. I dropped a video with 3 microcap gems over there as well. So get over to the Patreon, guys. You're definitely missing out. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock Central for the live stream. Peace.